Alright, I'm putting the mic back. Enough of you. And we're taking a look at Jimmy Davidson about to get ready to come down to the cage. Jimmy was last seen for Cage Titans, picking up a win last event over Joe DeChavs. Landed a brutal knee to the body, followed up some ground and pound for the stoppage. You know, this is a little bittersweet for Jimmy. Jimmy was actually supposed to be main event fighting for the title, for the vacant 155-pound pro title against number 9th ranked Louis Felix, like I mentioned earlier. When Louis pulled out, this bout was switched to a non-title fight. So on the positive side, he still gets to fight tonight, and his fans still get to see him in the cage. You know, on the negative, it's not the title he hoped for. But I'm sure Cage Titans, if with a win here, will look to get him matched up for the next show and see if we can make that fight happen. Again, Jimmy fighting out of SitYodTong. To take a look at his corner. About 12 guys he's giving a hug there, too. Now, this was a yo-yo for both these fighters. Barrington drove out from Western Mass to weigh-ins. Found out at weigh-ins his blood work wasn't up to date. Had to go at 8 o'clock at night to go get new blood work. Find a 24-hour test place. This whole time Jimmy's on the yo-yo. Is the fight on? Is the fight off? He's got to keep his weight where it's got to be. You know, so a lot of hoops had to be jumped through by both guys to make this fight come to fruition tonight. But the fans get what they wanted. Jimmy gets in the cage. Barrington gets what he wants. Gets to fight. That's all he likes to do. As you can tell by his record, 8-11. He's almost a 20-fight pro veteran. Barrington Douse out of American Fight Team taking on Jimmy Davidson from SitYodTong. They met at the Whittle. Basically, Barrington weighed 158. He said, let's do 158. Here we go.
With a record of 8-11 from Team Rockstar, he is Barrington Rude Boy Douse. His opponent fighting out of the corner. His record 3-0 from SitYodTong. He is Jimmy Davidson.
You can definitely tell who the hometown favorite is. Jimmy gets a nice little crowd reaction. The place was basically silent as Barrington got introduced. Barrington's used to this. He's fought for Cage Titans, like we mentioned, 6 times. He always comes from out in Western Mass, Springfield. He's always the underdog. He's always the outsider coming into someone else's home territory, but he appreciates that. He likes that. He likes being the underdog. He likes to be the outsider. Barrington has really creative strikes. He's going to probably want to keep this fight on the ground. Jimmy's a wrestler, nearby Sandwich High. So obviously Jimmy's going to want to try to get this fight to the ground. Though with that being said, Jimmy does train at SitYodTong, so obviously he's been working a lot on his stand-up. He catches Barrington with a low blow there. Barrington looking to shake it off, try to recover real quick. Gives the thumbs up, he's ready to go. Here we are, quick little touch. Action back underway. Barrington's got a really interesting, kind of unorthodox style. It's kind of in your face, a little bit like Nick Diaz. You know, he'll be taunting opponents, got his hands down, trying to get you to engage in a brawl. He's also got some really creative strikes, throws a lot of spinning back fists, spinning back kicks, axe kicks. You know, Jimmy, as you can see from his stance, a little bit more technical, more traditional. Goes for the takedown there. Maybe more or less just trying to keep Barrington guessing, but this one puts a little bit more effort to it. Pretty much if Jimmy Davidson wants to get you down, he's getting you down. It's only a matter of time, but Barrington, got to give credit here. He's defended nicely. He's got that underhook. Jimmy doing a nice job tying up that leg, switching to a single. He muscles him down. Here we go. And quickly transitions to side control. Jimmy staying tight, staying heavy. Barrington doing a nice job with the overhooks, controlling Jimmy's posture, not allowing him to posture up and land many strikes. You hear Barrington's corner trying to yell for him to get the underhook to try to, you know, use that to sweep him or get up. Jimmy doing a nice job landing some short elbows there. His corner's telling him to stay heavy, not really wanting to get this fight to a scramble and let Barrington get this back to his feet where he has the better chance of doing damage and winning this fight. Again, Barrington's more of a stand-up fighter. He's going to want to get this fight to his feet. Jimmy, being the wrestler by trade, is going to want to keep it here on the grounds. Now, Jimmy not staying too active on the ground here. You hear the corner saying, keep working. He listens as he throws some nice lefts here, some hammer fist. Well, that's what happens if you don't stay too active and throw too many punches on the ground. The ref's going to stand it up, and his corner knows that Barrington wants it to be stood up. Here, Jimmy looks like he's fighting for a Kimura and uses it to switch, get to Barrington's back. Barrington nicely scrambles. Jimmy gets one hook. He's going to try to fight to flatten Barrington out and get that second hook in. Tough to see from this angle. Looks like he might have both hooks in at this point. Barrington doing a nice job protecting his neck. Jimmy's got one. Looks like he's got that. Might be across the jaw, so he abandons it. Looked like he was working for that rear naked choke, but it was on the jaw, not on the neck. So he let go. Reworks positions, trying to soften him up with some punches. Barrington doing a nice job getting his butt in the air. He's going to try to scoot out this back door here. Jimmy's got to be careful. He's going to get... Barrington's going to scoot out that back door and find himself on top. He's pulling on the back of the head. Let's see what he can do. Here the corner's yelling 30 seconds. Let's see if it's enough time for Jimmy to do work for a choke or get a ref stoppage. And here he is. He's working for that choke. Steve Reed's got a close eye on this. It's under his chin. It's tight. Barrington trying to punch and switches to a tap. And there you go. You win it by rear naked choke. Jimmy Davidson. Barrington put up a good fight on the ground. Jimmy just swarmed him, dominating position, and sunk that rear naked choke in. Congratulations to you.